what's up everyone? GameDad here, coming at you guys with part 3 of my current PSP collection. Now, we have gotten through half of my collection so far with these PSP games, so let's just dive right in and see what we got for part 3. Dynasty Warriors Strike Force was released by Koei in 2009 and brings all of the hack and slash action that you love about a Dynasty Warriors game right to the palm of your hands. This game is awesome, and as you can tell from this opening cinematic, the graphics are super intense and super great, especially for it just being on a PSP. I was really impressed with the overall gameplay and what they were actually able to achieve and how much they were able to actually put onto a screen that really doesn't have the resolution or the hardware capability that you would expect for a game like this. Medal of Honor Heroes 2 was released by EA in 2007, and this game is actually a lot better than other handheld versions of the Medal of Honor games that I've played. And the graphics are just way more intense. It's much nicer to actually be able to play a truly 3D game instead of going through and playing what is really just a half-hearted attempt at a first-person shooter kind of game. In this game, you actually get to go through, you feel like you're playing a real Medal of Honor Call of Duty style game, and you get to have a blast doing it. Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops was released by Konami in 2006, and in this game you are just going through yet another Metal Gear Solid style game. I mean, that's really all it is. They do have this kind of cool intro with this whole comic book style to it, which I kind of appreciated. It was kind of neat to see a different artistic take on an intro instead of just seeing a 3D cinematic. But still, I mean, it's exactly what you would expect from a Metal Gear game. You're sneaking around, you're shooting stuff, you're killing people, and that's pretty much it. Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops Plus was released by Konami in 2007, and this takes the same base game that you had before, but puts more of a primary online kind of focus with it. You also get new weapons, new items, things like that in the game that you would expect from a kind of upgraded version of a game. But overall, it is the same basic gameplay, just with some extra features added to it. Michael Jackson The Experience was released by Ubisoft in 2010, and this is kind of like a rhythm style game where you're going around, you're pressing the buttons, and I guess you get to experience Michael Jackson music through it. I mean, to me, it looks more like the Nintendo Mii characters than, a Michael Jackson kind of game. It looks kind of funky, and I mean, there are a lot better rhythm games on the market than this one. Up next, we have Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, released by Rockstar Games in 2005, and honestly, I love being able to have this game on a handheld. On PSP, the graphics aren't quite as good as playing it on like a PS2 or an Xbox, but this game is still super fun, and it's great to have it on the go. This, personally, is my favorite of the Midnight Club franchise, just because there was so much that you could upgrade, and you could get super detailed with all of the different aspects of your cars, the engine, the paint job, just all the different things. And plus, the racing mechanics are just excellent in this game. And here we have MX vs. ATV On the Edge, released by THQ in 2006. And this game, it's okay. I mean, the controls are a little bit squirrely, as you can see here. They are a little hyper responsive for my taste. I tried to adjust them a bit, but it didn't really help that much. I mean, it's fun to be able to have ATV and motocross in the same game. That way you could, go through and do whatever your preference is, whether you like dirt bikes or quads. But overall, I mean, the controls just kind of ruined it for me. And here we have Namco Museum Battle Collection, released by Namco in 2005. And in this game, it gives you different variations of other games and allows you to actually go through and have some, multiplayer battle action going on. As you can see, they got Rally X, Dig Dug, Galaga, Pac-Man. They have a few different games that you can do in here. And overall, I mean, it's really fun to have a fresh take on some classic Namco games. And here we have Neopets Pet Pet Adventures The Wand of Wishing, released by SCEA in 2006. And I gotta say, that is probably the longest and most annoying video game title I have ever seen. But I mean, you get a cool little intro clip here that's all nice in 3D, and it's just weird to see where these Neopets kind of games went, because I remember as a kid, doing the Neopets website, and everything was all 2D and kind of flash-based games and stuff like that, and they really got kind of dark in some of these games for what their original source material was. Up next, we got Patapon 2, released by SCEA in 2009, and unfortunately, I was having some trouble getting my PSP to play this. I bet you guys noticed in the last couple of clips that it kind of kept coming up saying, do you want to quit this game and everything, so I think I might have an issue with my PSP, but this game is actually really fun because it actually uses like kind of motion control action with the game, which is pretty cool, and you get to go through and just have a blast on a classic adventure game. It's really fun. Now here we have Pipasaru Academia 2, released by SCEI in 2006, and this is the Japanese version of Ape Escape Academy 2. And I say Japanese version because there was not a US release for this. So this is one of, I believe, the only Japanese-only games I have in my PSP collection. But it follows the theme of Ape Escape, and you get all those kind of characters, and then you go through and you do like some kind of like flashcard kind of games, and it's more of a kids learning game, but I mean, it's pretty cool. Up next, we have Pixel Junk Monsters Deluxe, released by SCEA in 2010, and this was another one that my PSP was having some trouble playing, but from what I can tell, it's kind of a top-down action-adventure RPG kind of game, and some of the gameplay that I've seen online, it actually looks pretty fun, so eventually I will get another PSP that I can try this on and, see if this game is everything that I hoped it would be by watching gameplay online. Up next, we have SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs Fireteam Bravo, released by SCEA in 2005, and this just gives you more classic SOCOM action, but in a handheld. And I gotta be honest, these SOCOM games, they look amazing on the PSP. I mean, the graphics are great, and it just looks so realistic for what it is. I mean, I remember playing the SOCOM games on PS2, and I don't feel any kind of quality degradation or anything like that, or any real difference in playing them on a handheld, other than the fact that I can take them on the go. Up next, we have SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs Fireteam Bravo 2, released by SCEA in 2006, and this is a continuation of the previous game, and as you can see, they give a slight graphics upgrade. The video quality seems a little smoother, but overall the gameplay is pretty much the same. It is just a continued story versus a game where they really overhaul all the mechanics. So if you played Fireteam Bravo, you should enjoy Fireteam Bravo 2 because it's essentially the same game. And lastly, for this video, we have SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs Tactical Strike, released by SCEA in 2007. And this game, it's more of the same, really. I mean, it's just another SOCOM game. There's some bad guy doing some bad thing, and you're the good guys, and you got to go take them out. I mean, that's pretty much the premise of every military game ever. And this one is no different. I mean, it's fun, it plays well, the controls are really intuitive, easy to use, the graphics look great, and you get to take it on the go. So there you have it, everyone. That is everything that is in part 3 of my current PSP collection. We've only got one more part left in this series coming out next Wednesday, so be sure to hit that notification bell so you get an alert whenever that video launches. While you're down there, please also be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of today's video. Now, as always, I'm GameDad. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.